LTT en Español.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let me see if I can find this here. So Luke, should we play it for them now, or should we play it for them a little bit later?
I feel like we should
Maybe a little later.
play it for them and then talk about it because it's cool. And
Sure.
it's not like
Yeah.
it's happening now. It has happened. It's live. You know? And if
Let's do it. Yeah,
if people
sure.
don't want to watch it through the stream, I'm going to play it through the stream. So if you want to watch it through the stream, you can just do that, but you can also bring it up on your own end. Like it's live and it functions now. Something that I didn't know until I sat down and we went over this is that you don't have to make a new channel for it anymore. So this is just on the actual main channel. This is a really
share your
cool
screen
feature
so we can
from
see what
YouTube.
you're doing. It's so cool.
That's not what I meant to
I mean,
press. There we go.
I've had a lot of people
No, until I
commenting
sat down
too,
and
whether
we went
it's
over
on
this,
the
is that you don't have to make a new channel for it anymore. So this is just on the actual main channel. This is a really
share your
cool
screen
feature
so we can
from
see what
YouTube. Technical diffimeculties.
Great.
So cool.
We'll get there.
Oh,
Anyways,
boy.
I think it's Facebook.
Let's turn off that
I've
screen had a sharing lot of right away.
people
I think it's
commenting
causing
too,
echo.
whether
Whether it's on the
is that all right. Well, I
There we go.
can walk you through the visual experience without an
Sure.
actual visible indicator. So you guys will all know what I'm talking about. If you're on YouTube, in the bottom right hand corner of a video, there's the settings cogwheel. We all know it. We all love it. You click on it. There's the audio track section now. So instead of just like playback speed, annotations, quality, the things you're used to have. Got it.
we should
Done.
it's worth mentioning. A lot of people during the 4K premium controversy commented criticizing, YouTube for not innovating. Like, what is there to even do? And there, again, I don't want to bootlick a $1 trillion corporation or whatever, but like
Oh, this is awesome.
scaling the way YouTube scales is really, really hard.
Yeah.
And building new features at scale is really hard. And they absolutely do build new features. And this one is one of the coolest ones I've seen in a very, very long time. Okay, Luke is showing it to us now. So down in the cog, you can have multiple audio tracks on a video now. And it appears to be something that you can actually do, that you can actually add in post, like after the fact, to existing uploads. So what we've done with this particular video is using Google Aloud. We have created a transcript, a Spanish translation transcript of the videos. And then we have used, I forget exactly what tool we're using to turn that into like an AI voice. And then we've done our own conversion from our own voices to an AI voice to kind of fill in the gaps in the translation. So the idea is not to do a perfect job of localization. Actually, here, let's play it first.
Yeah.
Play it first, and then we'll talk
Let's
a
see how
little
it
bit
goes.
more about it.
I
Sorry.
haven't heard this, so let's go.
Me has faltado el respeto. Me has herido. Pero no dejaré que me derrotes. Hace 2 años, AMD se llevó la corona del rendimiento en juegos con Ryzen 5000. Pero eso fue hace 2 años. Y desde entonces, Intel ha cambiado su posición de saco de boxeo a boxeador. Pero AMD nos prometió grandes ganancias hoy, llegando incluso a decir que su nivel de entrada Ryzen 5 7600X superará al Core i9 12900K de Intel en juegos por solo la mitad del precio. Entonces, ¿qué pasa con el título de este video? Bueno, pongámoslo de esta manera. Ahora que tengo los datos, y en nuestro equipo de Labs, está claro que si bien el giro de AMD en la historia aquí es técnicamente cierto, el mejor tipo de verdad, el panorama general es mucho más confuso, como esta transición a nuestros consor, Ugreen. Su nuevo cargador Nexo de 140 watts proporciona tiempo de
Okay,
cargar
all right,
rápidos
let's
para
pause it
todos
for
sus-
now.
Yeah.
I'm seeing a lot of people going either way on this. Gross doesn't sound human, or wow, it's surprisingly good. Almost nothing in between, which is really interesting to me. And I want to clarify that the point of Aloud, this is Google's translation, quote unquote, startup, is to increase accessibility. It's not about perfection. But 80% of the world does not speak English, while the majority of video content online is in English. So bilingual users might be likely to notice issues with pacing, tone, and minor translation errors because they can compare against the native English version. But what Google has found is that non-English speakers are more often just impressed that they can access the content at all. So if we think about it from an accessibility standpoint, as opposed to a perfection standpoint, Ferna182 in Floatplane chat says, native Spanish speaker, sounds like a dubbed show on TV, a few mistakes here and there, but overall way better than last time. That's good. That was our that was our goal.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much across the board, people are saying not the most accurate, but it's okay. And yes, I know, if we hired like a translation company and a bunch of voice actors, Mr. Beast style, that might work. But okay, you got to think about the scale of what Mr. Beast is doing. If he's getting 30 to 50 million views on an English video, and he can assume maybe 25% as much on an alternate language channel, if we only got 25% as many views on 1 to 2 million views, all of a sudden that would pretty much eat up whatever money we could have made on that video. Like, it doesn't make good business sense. But if it's something that we can do relatively easily, right? Like if it's something that we can do using AI and then just doing spot corrections, ooh, that's the way for us to tackle it, because we upload so much. I mean, he uploads one video every like 2 weeks these days, right? We're uploading daily, so the scale of the cost is enormous. I mean, we've run into issues with our Chinese translation where it's not even a matter of not being willing to pay for it. We just upload so friggin' much that it's hard to find enough people who want to work on it.
Yeah. I mean, being not able to understand it at all, because I can't speak a single word of Spanish. I think the tech is really cool. Our implementation completely regardless. Having it so that you can switch audio tracks like that and having it support languages for the use case of that feature is sweet. And I think we should all be pretty happy that that exists on YouTube because of, like what Linus is saying, the accessibility stuff. Maybe it could be better. Maybe it could be worse. I just think it's a really cool feature, and I'm stoked. I like it when sites like YouTube innovate, because there's so much that can be done when you have an audience that is like as close to the entire planet as you could basically get. So yeah, I think it's really cool, and I like that we're using it because why not?
And from not everything is going to get translated, but this could be a great tool for people looking to learn English as well, being able to listen to it in Spanish and then listen to it in English. I know that's how a lot
other
of
way
people
around too, if people want to learn Spanish.
Well, I wouldn't learn Spanish from an AI
That's
translation.
fair.
It's the only reason I didn't bring that up.
Yeah, never mind.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, you're gonna walk around sounding like a bad translation all the
time. Which is actually, oh man, that actually would make for like a good comedy short or something like that.
So someone who learned from bad translations how to speak a language. That'd be pretty funny. Thank you.
And just like I could even see it being a show like back in the 80s or 90s, like a Mr. Bean style. Like you have a character whose entire sort of shtick is that they learned the language from poor translations, so they just are constantly using idioms that make no sense. And that could be interesting. Digibrat, we already have a translation service in China, and we have almost 1 million subscribers on Bilibili. But thank you for the suggestion.
Yeah, already a thing.
Yeah, I wonder if I get another gold play button. I got such a kick out of getting a Chinese knockoff of a silver.
You got the silver
YouTube
one, right?
Button.
Yeah.
I'm getting close to 1 million.
I saw the silver one years ago.
Yeah, I don't know if there's a gold play button on Bilibili, but I'd be super, super down.
Is Spanish the only other option at the moment, or is Spanish just the one you went with for the test?
Spanish is the one that probably has the greatest overlap of people who want to watch LTT and who don't speak English. So like we could have gone for German, for example. But from my time in Germany, I would say that that was probably going to be a big fat waste of time because practically everyone I met there spoke better English than half the people I went to high school with. Like their
Yeah.
English schooling is outstanding.
It's always interesting when you talk to someone and they're like, "Oh, my English is really bad," and it's like, "Oh, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine." And then you actually start having conversations with them, and you start kind of wondering, like, is their English might be better than mine?
Exactly. Apparently, Monty Python did a bit with a dodgy translation book, like way back in the day. So, yep, there you go.
Yeah,
It's been done. It's been done. People are talking about Indian. Yeah, one of the benefits of Spanish for us is we happen to have someone on staff who speaks native Spanish, so that helps a lot. One of the challenges with Spanish, though, is that there are a lot of regionalisms that make Spanish localization really tricky. Oh, wait, she doesn't speak Spanish? Oh. Whoa, hold on. Ed's messaging me in real time here. Hindi is apparently coming soon. Do we have someone on staff who speaks Hindi who can like check that? Well, I don't know. All right. There you go. I'm finding out I'm finding out new things in real time here. Anyway, so it's really tricky because for Spanish, different countries and even regions have their own vocabulary, accents, and idioms that can make it really, really challenging to translate. But I think it's going to be one of those things where you just have to kind of settle on something, and it's at least better than nothing.
Yeah.
You know?